welcome to Command and Control. I'm your chosen commander, Miko, and tonight we're going to talk about the immediate takeaways from tonight's game between the Green Bay Packers and the Washington Commanders. So, first of all, the Green Bay Packers beat the Washington Commanders Thursday night football in a game that was never really even close. 27-18 Green Bay Packers. It was truly a dominant performance on the end of Green Bay. I mean, there's not much else to say. Their offense performed better than the Commanders' offense. Their defense performed better. So the better team won tonight, and the better, not coach, but the more prepared team won tonight. So that's the case. But I don't have a set number of takeaways on the list. I just came in from work making a video. But I'm going to just list a couple takeaways that I saw on the Commander side of things. And whether it's good or bad, positive or negative, I'm going to just list them. And yeah. The first takeaway is that we don't have the dogs to run man-to-man. And I feel as if man-to-man is it's a two-part equation. Teams that are prolific with man-to-man have these two things most of the time. They have a pass rush that can get there with usually just four, or not even and usually a combination of great man corners. Look, and the thing about it, 10 of the 11 guys could be doing their job. But all it takes is one bad apple to spoil the bunch. Tonight, Marshawn Lattimore was targeted so many times, so many flags, so many big plays given up on Marshawn Lattimore. I mean, I don't know what it is. Ever since he's been in a Commander's jersey, he's had games like this. Go back to the Eagles games last year. I mean, teams pick on Marshawn Lattimore. I'm not going to lie. That's not something I thought I would be saying since he joined the team, because we got him to be the number one corner. He's probably not the same corner he used to be a couple years ago. Fine. But I still thought he was going to be able. We put him on one side of the field, forget about that side of the field. Instead, it's looking like Trey Amos is the better corner out of the two. Instead, it looked like Mike Sainristil is the better corner out of the two. He looks like the worst corner on the field when we put our trio of corners out there. And it's insane, considering the reputation and how much weight his name at least used to hold. But that's besides the point. Well, that ties into it. We don't have the dogs to run man-to-man. Our pass rush is good, but it's not consistent. I need my pass rush to be able to hit home. I need y'all to be able to hit home when I need y'all to hit home. And some points they did, but a lot of times Jordan Love is sitting there patting the ball. Someone comes open, whoop, Romeo Dobbs open. My bad. I shouldn't have said Romeo first. Tucker Kraft, the best tight end in the league, apparently. The next coming of Travis Kelce and Tony Gonzalez and Rob Gronkowski and George Kittle, all mixed. That's how he looked tonight. So, but I need my pass rush to get there. And as far as my corners, I need stickier coverage. I mean, to start off the game, it was bad. And I'm not even just going to put it on the corners. I need better coverage from my back seven as a whole. Linebackers and safeties were getting killed tonight. Will Harris, I don't know what you were doing with Tucker Craft, but we don't need you to do it again at all this season. Y'all know who we play next Sunday? Not this Sunday, but next Sunday, we play Brock Bowers. Arguably the best tight end in the league. At least the best receiving tight end in the league. If Tucker Craft could put up, let me pull up the stats. Because he played an amazing game. He deserves his stats pulled up. I'm going to be as accurate as possible with him. All right. Tucker Craft, 6 catches, 124 yards. A whopping 20.7 yards a catch and a touchdown on 7 targets. So, if Tucker Craft is doing this to us, you can only imagine how I'm gonna feel about seeing 89 in black and silver line up against our guys. It's gonna be a scary sight. But yeah, that's my number one. We don't have the dogs for man to man. 2. I'm gonna stick with the defense. 2. The run defense looked good. Josh Jacobs didn't have a great game. His longest run was 10 yards. The team as a whole, the Packers as a whole, had 30 rushes for 135 yards, 4.5 a carry, and a touchdown, which is good, but I feel as if and we can't do it, but if you take away the jet sweeps and the non-quarterback design runs, Jordan Love just scrambling, if we just focus on the running back, we are stopping the run this year. We're doing an amazing job stopping the run, actually. Like, Josh Jacobs didn't average 4 yards a carry. He was at 3.7. You can't ask for much more. Which ties into takeaway 1. We slowed the run down in football. A play can go one or two ways offensively. You either run the ball or you pass it. There's different variations, but the two big umbrellas is a run and a pass. If you slow down one facet of an offense, they have no other choice but to slowly go to the other facet in hopes that they can get their offense going that way. We slowed down the run, and yet this is the game that we just decided to give it all up in the secondary. Yeah, so that was takeaway number 2. I'm trying to see if I have much more to say about the defensive side. I mean, I might make a video tomorrow. I might have to rewatch the game as a whole and really break it down just to get into it and really see who was at fault for a lot of things. I'm just going based off what I saw to the bare eye. I just saw a lot of Marshawn Lattimore either flag or running behind the receiver with the ball. And I just saw a lot of Tucker Craft open down the field. Knowing that we run a lot of man-to-man, obviously, a lot of times that's going to be the backers or the safeties. That's going to be their faults. But, the run defense looked good. So, that's a takeaway from the game. But I think I'm going to flip it to the offensive side. My third takeaway. Man, the play calling has got to be better. Cliff, we're 2 weeks into the season, right? Not even really 2. We're technically, you could say, we 2 weeks into the season since football, the first game. We a week into the season, man, because the first game was last week. The amount of screens and short yardage plays that you're calling up, bro, I can't take it. You are putting Debo in motion. And the Packers, bro, I'm not going to lie. Like the first couple drives, it seemed like someone gave the Packers our playbook. That's how bad the play calling was. They saw Debo go in motion for a jet sweep. Debo barely could touch the ball before Lucas Van Ness swung him around to the ground. I'm like, bro, come on now. Like, I bro, Debo don't got to be the only receiver going in motion. And he's not. But 90% of the time it's Debo, bro. Let Debo line up and put Jalen Lane in motion. Add a little twist or something. Add a crinkle. Teams are seeing the Packers are seeing Debo go in motion. If Debo is going from the slot on the left side and he goes in motion to the outside on the right side, and it goes from dubs on both sides, and then Debo is motioning to the right side and his trips right, and he's the outside receiver, teams are immediately thinking screen. We've seen it. I've seen it at least 2 times the past 2 games. Like, teams see Debo come in motion, go be the outside receiver in a trips formation, they think screen. You know what you could do? Fake the screen. Snap it. Tell Jaden, snap it. Fake the screen, have someone going up the sideline. Be creative. Like, I need you to be able to adapt during the game. Please. Like, bro. And part of that also goes with protection, which I guess this leads into takeaway 4. Why did I looked at my phone one time. I saw Michael Parsons against Josh Connolly. You know what? I'm like, that's to be expected. And we saw a lot of that tonight. And you know what? I'm glad this is happening to Josh now. Because he's finna go from seeing Brian Burns to Michael Parsons / Rashawn Gary to 2 Sundays. In 2 Sundays, he's going to see Max Crosby. He needs this. He needs to see the best of the best. And that's what he's seeing. That way, he could probably grow as a player faster. However, Cliff, one of those sacks Jaden took tonight, by the way, my quarterback took a beating, especially towards the end of the game. I'm talking about, I saw him flip in the air once. I better not see Jaden have to flip in the air once again just to avoid getting hit in the legs. Anywho, we go 5 wide on one of these sacks. Why does Josh Connolly Jr., like, Zach Ertz is there. Why does Zach not chip? Why is it just Josh against Micah? Micah, as soon as the ball is snapped, Micah goes under, swims to the inside, and sack. That's a blink of an eye. That should never be the case. Like, we all, it's common sense. Obviously, Laramie Tunsil, he gets paid the big bucks. There's a reason he gets paid the big. He had his fair share of losses too, but he had his fair share of wins. Josh Connolly Jr. against Micah was not going to work at all. We would have been lucky if he won 1 rep against Micah. That was not the case. Micah whooped him when not given help. Micah, whenever he was lined up against Josh, should have never just had a one-on-one opportunity. There should have been at least a running back or a tight end to Micah's side all game when it comes to the right side of the O-line. Micah was gassed during the game, bro. And he was still wrecking the game. That's why he got paid. This man was gassed. And he was wrecking the game. Bro, hit the man. Tell whoever the tight end is. Get John Bates in there. Matter of fact, you could have called up a play. You could have put John Bates in there. John Bates. Chip Micah. I'm talking about, man, put your shoulder into him. But no. We go 5 wide. Allow this man to have a one-on-one with our rookie right tackle in his 2nd NFL start. What did you expect to happen? That was my, 4th takeaway. My fifth takeaway. Bro, get Terry McLaurin the ball. And I might just sound like a Commanders fan, which I am, first of all. But I that might sound, like, oh my gosh, that's a lazy take. I understand. Get the man the ball, bro. There's no reason Debo, in all respect to Debo, I love Debo as a player. There's no reason Debo is getting all these plays drawn up for him. And I understand it was training camp. But this is the second year of Cliff Kingsbury. You know who was there last year? Terry. So there's some plays in there designed for Terry somewhere, right? It just makes sense. So with that being said, that's not an excuse. Bro, Terry McLaurin just got paid a 3-year, what was it, 87 mil contract that could go up to 96 mil for a reason. Get the man the ball. And like I said, I watched the game, but I really couldn't analyze it the way I wanted to because I was watching it on a TikTok stream. You feel what I'm saying? Watching it on the TikTok stream. I was doing my best. It was 4th down late in the game. Do you know who Cliff designed to get the ball on a 4th down where you had to get it to stay in the game? I'm going to let you guess. It wasn't Terry. It wasn't Debo. It wasn't even Zach Ertz. You know who it was? It was 4th round pick, Jalen Lane, the rookie. Jalen Lane, 4th down, had to get it. This is who had the primary route. Jalen Lane, all respect to Jalen Lane. I love Jalen Lane. He's not supposed to be in that spot. Let's keep it a beam. He's not supposed to be in that spot. So you know what happens? Incomplete. Turnover on downs. The ball is going from this way to that way. Turnover on downs. So yeah, but I'm gonna wrap this video up with a couple more takeaways. We shot ourselves in the foot too many times. Matt Gay, 1 of 3, highest paid kicker in NFL history, by the way. Those little things make up the difference between good teams. But those are the differences between good teams. There's a reason why there's always a higher echelon. Right now, the Packers are on a higher echelon than us. And that's part of the reason why. Their kicker bounced back from a missed kick. Our kicker didn't. Matter of fact, their kicker shouldn't have even had the chance to get the game to 17-3 at the end of half. You know why? Because our kicker should have made the kick to get us into half 14-6. If he makes that kick, the Packers aren't in position to get down the field and possibly get to 17 points. Thank God Brandon McManus missed. But that was almost a 6-point swing. People don't think about it that way. Special teams is very important. And it showed tonight. It shows way more than on the scoreboard. I promise you it does. Yeah, Matt Gay, I wouldn't be surprised if they brought in kicking competition. He needs it at this point. He missed kicks in the preseason. We were like, this is the time to get the misses out. this is not the time to get the misses out. Tonight was like a playoff atmosphere. Bro, you can't do that. You can't do that. I'm not gonna lie to you. You just can't do that. Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if we hear about a competition around next week. Put some fire on this, but because I'm not gonna lie, we've been in kicker. We've been in with kickers for like the past decade. Like we haven't had a consistent kicker really since Dustin Hopkins first started. Not gonna lie. Yeah. Matt Gay. I'm gonna just leave it at that. And one more thing. Injuries on both sides. Hopefully everyone that came out injured, battered, and bruised is okay. Hopefully Jeremy Reed's okay. Austin Eckler and Dietrich Wise, it didn't look good for them. Jaden Daniels took a beating at the end of the game. Hopefully he's good. So hopefully everyone's okay. But I'm going to wrap this video up. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure y'all go follow the Instagram and the TikTok. Let me know y'all's thoughts about tonight's game. And until then, I'll see y'all later.